Why, hello there, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from beyond the binary. You join me for episode... I'm pretty sure this is 19. Right? I think it is. Anyway, hello. Welcome. Good to see you today. Shall we dive in? It's day 28, and we ended last stream by ending, or calling it a day, in room 46. Now, I don't know how the Blessing of the Monk works. It may very well put this in the pool for today, but it said yesterday was the last day of the Blessing. So I don't know if it comes into effect now. We can only hope, because I'd love to see what's inside. And if not, then we'll need to... oh, we've got all of our money, haven't we? Oh my god, should I put 100 coins in the shrine if it pops up? I totally forgot we had that, to be honest. Because we got the freezer, didn't we? Wow. Okay, with 126 coins to our name, we really want to try and get either the showroom, but better than that, we'd like to get the gift shop. And I don't know how you get the gift shop. Room 46! Oh my god! Okay, go on in. I really was not expecting this, if you couldn't tell by my reaction. Room 46. I was hoping maybe our mother's bust would be back. Oh my god. This is new. Certified copy. Property deed. Lord Arthur Clementine to Lady Orvay of Trinsdale. A New Finlock, Stationers, Reddington, Fen Aries. Satisfied of record 051319112. Wow. So we know of the Lady Orvay from the family tree image. Okay, let's put this in the family tree. I don't think we've ever heard of Lord Arthur Clementine before. Family tree. So the Lady Orvay, I'm going to guess, is the Baroness Orvay, who wed Baron Thomas Sinclair. Okay, sorry, I was just taking a good look. So, paste you down here. I'll put Lady Orvay of Trinsdale. And then underneath, gifted the deed from Lord Arthur Clementine. Again, a name I've not heard before. A New Finlock, Stationers, Reddington, Fen Aries, 051319112. Wow. Okay, well, that was not what I was expecting. Oh! It opens? Know all men by these presents that Lord Arthur Clementine, rightful owner of the land that rests in the northern range of the Reddington Mountains, doth grant and convey to the bearer of this document, Lady Orvay of Trinsdale, the land, forest, and waters of the sheer cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Hollyleaf Mountain, with all the rights, privileges, and appurtenances thereunto belonging. Boundaries. The property of Mount Holly consists of dense woods, flanked by cliff walls, irrigated by mountain springs, streams, and punctuated by several runoff waterfalls. This area is sheltered between the summit's northern slope and saddle, spanning across 80-odd acres of land. The property is situated southwest of Reddington, bounded on the south by steep crags, and abutting the east by the high road to Tanner Fork. Covenants. I, Lord Arthur Clementine, covenant, promise and agree with Lady Orvay, her heirs and assigns, that I am lawfully seized and possessed of the said premises, that the same are free and clear of all encumbrances, that I have good right to sell and convey the same to the said Lady Orvay, her heirs and assigns, and that I will warrant and defend the same against all lawful claims and demands whatsoever. In hand and seal, I make my mark in the grand year of Fen Aries 1912. Lord Arthur Clementine. Wow. And then just looking at the handwriting, I'm wondering if there's any handwriting we've seen. Because this is seemingly all of these little bits and pieces here, Lord Arthur Clementine's handwriting. And this handwriting does look familiar. It does look similar to handwriting we've seen elsewhere. So we'll get a picture of this and chuck that in alongside the family tree stuff. Wow, okay, so there are benefits to drafting certain rooms out here. I love that there's no background audio for this as well. It's just dead silent. Paste that in. Lord Arthur Clementine, Lady Orovai, yeah, Mount Holly. I'll put Mount Holly in there. And the Holly Leaf Mountain. Yeah, so there is actually a benefit to going for that boon. Because again, I came out here with the secret passage and the entrance hall, and nothing was different. Is that all that's different? Double checking. All of these sigils are still here. Wow. And still 1:30, the sacred time. And that's all the same as well. Cool. Really, really cool. Just double checking to see if there's any secret notes. Not that I can see. Awesome. Yeah, I'm. Oh, look! It's the flower and the apple that we've now, the rose and the flower that we've now seen in the artwork. Cool. Right. And I guess we could do this. We know that he began here and then went south elsewhere in the country, right? He was in Fen and went to Orinda. And presumably that would make sense that he began his journey and his first destination was here. Unless I meant to put one. No, I don't know. Oh, whatever. We don't know this yet, so it's pointless me even trying. Oh, cool. Interesting to see that room 46 doesn't have a graphic either. It just said room 46 on the blueprint block paper. That was cool. That was really cool. So, what is my quest for today? I hear you all cry out in unison. I don't know. I don't know. Let's go have a look at quests. Oh no, we want the quest log. Quest log. Open a new tab. So, what have we done here? We've done the precipice chessboard. We've not solved the paintings puzzle. We still need to do the workshop. We need to do the laboratory. We've done the room 8 key. We couldn't build a schoolhouse today, so we can't do that. We could try and build the chapel. Alright, well, I think we'll be dictated by what we find once again. So if we find the workshop, great. I'd love to try and find ways to make it more common. So maybe beelining it for conservatories. And then apart from that, yeah, pump room, laboratory, boiler room, just anything that can power us up a little bit. So yeah, let's go. Right, let's go this way. I don't have a coffee for this episode, but I do have a delicious ice cold Pepsi that I am yet to crack the seal on. So I might do that in just a second. We could go for the lab really early on. And we might be able to power it. We might get the boiler room right here, which would be incredibly lucky. But we might get a really cool experiment, which we can then focus on, I suppose, throughout the run. Like every time you build a green room, gain 1 million daily allowance. Experiment setup, here we go. So, locked trunks whenever you draft a shop room. A letter will be delivered. Oh, we definitely want that. We could go for the locked trunks. It's a little bit tricky to pull off, though. I think we're more likely to draft shop rooms. Locked trunks. Shop rooms. We've got commissary. We could try and go for the showroom. I'm wanting to go for shop rooms today because we've got 126 coins. So let's go for that. And then maybe if we go to the mail room the following day, we can get some really cool rewards. Like some unique lore in the mail, which will be there. So yeah, let's do that. And then before I forget, we'll come in here. Return to the mail room pending we get mail, ... Cool. Just in case we don't actually draft any shop rooms today through some awful luck. Now imagine if we could get the boiler room. Would it even connect? No, it wouldn't connect. I think we're shit out of luck. Oh no, it does connect there. Okay. Boiler room. No. Could you have imagined? Let's go chapel. Yeah, never mind. All right, well, one day we'll get the laboratory powered up. That is not this day, unfortunately. Security, hallway, parlor. Security is nice because it cuts upwards. Yeah, we'll go security. And we do now know that this is ballroom. No, sorry. Which one? Ballroom. Ballroom's there. So BVP. BVP? BVP? And then this is LWV. Louv. M. Louv. N. Louv. I guess. And then down here is corridor security showroom CSS, or is that hallway? Is it HSS? I've tried putting those in before though and it didn't do anything. So let's go to the keycard system immediately and we'll change this to low until we get a keycard. Offline mode, of course, unlocked. And then we can try and do some passwords. So again, this is BVP. BVP. Log into network. BVP. No. No. No, I'll leave it. There might be a hint. There might be another hint. I do feel like there's something here, though, considering this is Swan Song. Yeah, you know what? Let's just quickly do a dabble. Okay, so we've got Swan Song plus the bottom three are HSS or CSS. I don't know if it's the hallway or the corridor. We've then got on the left-hand side, library, wine cellar, vault, music room, nook. So LWVMN. And then on the other side, we've got ballroom, vault, pool, BVP. So we've then got HSS, LWVMN, BVP. There's nothing in there that I can really use. There's no vowels in order for me to make a word. I'm trying to see if there's like cardinal coordinates. I was looking at W, LW, west. Look west. Is it trying to tell me something? Look west. The very, very mountain north. I don't know. Not a clue. No, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. I imagine there is some relevance here, but maybe there's another clue we can acquire, which will help us figure out what the relevance is. Right. Rotunda, storeroom, spare room. We will go for the spare room. We just want to build northwards. I'd love to get the solarium early because I think that might be the key to us getting a workshop, considering it increases the likelihood of finding these unusual rooms. 3. 4, 6, minus 10 plus 13 is 3, times 2 is 6, minus 4 is 2. 2. Right, so we've got 1, 3, 6 times 6, 36. Take 20, it's 16 times 2. Well, it's a 16 because we're dividing against a 16. -3 times 1. So is this 9? Where's 9? 9. And a silver key. Lovely. I feel nice and chill today because I'm really, really happy with the progress we've made as of late. So today I'm sinking into my chair and I am feeling fantastic. Let's go for the secret passage. And we could try and build the awful cloister. If we go for the red room. Let's do it. Let's try and get the cloister of Draxus. Because I think this is a good spot to get it in. Because we can still continue north, north, and north. The dead end here would suck. Because that would block off these bottom two. And I do want the conservatory. Let's see. We didn't get it anyway. We'll go for the aquarium. I mean, that's perfectly fine. And at least then we can still access... because it's a... Oh, of course the aquarium counts as a shop room as well. I forget that it's literally everything. Courtyard. I've got to be careful now, though. We're running out of gems rapidly. I have no gems left, so we need to get to the parlor game ASAP. Yeah, this might have been a mistake, coming in here with no gems. We should probably go back then and try and force the parlor. We can go for the lavatory here, just because it's a good place to get a dead end. And there is nothing in there, so that's fine. Yeah, alright, never mind. I've kind of messed up then, haven't I? Let's go get some gems. Yeah, we'll go all the way back. That way we're more likely to get something like the parlor. And I do feel good in my decision to go for the 3-gem parlor instead of the funeral parlor. There it is. Annoyingly, it's a dead end, though. That's fine, because security and chapel still go up there. Alright, we'll go for parlor. We need these gems, so... And there's no items? Okay. Now, there's a lot riding on this. I need these gems more than I've ever needed them before. A box next to this box displays a false statement. Incorrect. So you're false. A box next to this box contains the gems. So you've got to be true. So it's got to be in here. Because one's true, one's false. Nice. That was speedy. I feel happy. Right, so let's go back this way. Obviously, the chapel is irrelevant to me at the minute because I'm just Mr. Moneybags right now with 125 coins. This is frustrating to say the least because the hallway would be great, but I've already blocked off that door there. Shit. We'll go hallway. God, I want a sledgehammer. I'm going to have to remember that's there. Drafting studio, bedroom, hallway, closet. We'll go for the bedroom. And then before I go in there, we'll quickly double back to the... I mean, I guess we can walk in, can't we? Because it's +2. Yeah, all right. I was going to see if there's an item, and then we could go back to the chapel and see what we can do northward here. Hopefully some good green rooms. Corridor is fine. Beautiful view of the outside. North again. East Wing Hall. Pantry, reading nook. We'll go East Wing Hall. It sucks because, again, we've blocked off the route with the bedroom, but it's the best of a bad situation. Because at least we can continue northward. Silver key? No, we'll use a normal key. Now we're running out of keys, which isn't great. This is not going well. Dining room. And then hopefully one of these is unlocked. And if it is, we'll continue. Nope. And yes. Okay. Storeroom, hallway, closet, kitchen. We do have a lot of money for the kitchen. And it does get us another door up. Let's go kitchen. And we'll see if we can continue. Another letter has been delivered. Fantastic. Commissary, utility, pantry. Pantry gets us into the foundation, gets us some money, gets us some food. I'll go for the pantry. And I might just keep going. I might keep going, because we can always link back later and build other rooms at a later date. Yeah, let's see. Can we go this way? Yes! Amazing. Solarium! Yay! There it is. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. The reading nook is great, though. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Because if we want to get the workshop, we really want the solarium. Really want that. But the reading nook, we need the key. And we've got the clue. We've got to go reading nook. We've got the new book that we requested. Please don't be locked. Please don't use my key. Oh, piss off. Fine. Fine. Use my key. Library. There it is. Oh, guys. Oh, this is going to be cool. Brand new book. Oh, okay. What do I want to go for? Mantle of the Night. 30 gold. No. Oh. Whenever you draft a room on the queen's side of your house, gain a key and lose 5 steps. We do have the dining room. We've got the kitchen. I'm gonna take this power because we need keys, and we can go all the way back to the courtyard and begin getting some keys over there. So yeah, we'll do that. All right, here we go. A new clue. Oh, all right, we're cracking open the Pepsi. I think this calls for a crack. Here we go. Oh, there we go. A new clue by Marion Marigold. That's my mummin. That's my mummy. All right, let's go inside. We're the only one who's ever taken it, of course, because we've only just put it in here. Sundial Publishing, because she got fired by her old publisher. Or they passed, separated ways. All he needed was to find a new clue. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. If he knew what to do, he'd likely tell you, for you are looking for a new clue too. I really wish I had a magnifying glass. He had retraced his sketches and studied the files, reviewed all his cases and gone through the piles of the evidence present and precedents evident, and retraced his steps as it stretched on for miles. Okay. Corner cases. Parlor, patio, nook, office, library, pantry. There's definitely stuff you can... Oh, no. There's definitely stuff you could zoom in on here. I'm going to do the classic lean in. Hold on. Age 26. That's all I can see. Or is it age 25? Oh, God, no. Why do I not have a magnifying glass? And then the other one, let me quickly turn my head all the way upside down. Dead cases. Lavatory, closet, attic, solarium, and furnace. Okay. This is cool. Right. Why do I not have a magnifying glass? What is this? He had looked high and low in all of the rooms. He had searched every corner in each of the tombs. In this particular case, he had checked every space. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Keep left. We'll get pictures of all of this in just a second. He looked and he looked under the beds and in nooks. He questioned the maids. He questioned the cooks. It was already over when he spoke to the chauffeur, who told him new clues were found only in books. 2 Tanner Fork. So tome after tome that the library loaned and the books that he had already owned were searched from their covers all the way through. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. So look, we've got different... 1:30 is the sacred time on the clocks. Tender Cipher, Luna Renamed, Draft the Sixes, Uncle Or, and then here we've got this arrow pointing right, but back here it said keep left. Route 8. And we know the importance of the number 8. Depart. I feel like there's a lot of clues in here. Hence why it's called a new clue. All right. Mary, Gates, right. Law, word, jaw, name, draft the sixes, shifted extras, the fixed. What is this? He changed all the letters and the lines that he found. He checked all the colors of the spines that were bound. He doubled the meaning of each seasonal greeting and found that the diction of each word was sound. He stayed up all night and studied the maps. He laid out the floor plans and measured the gaps. And if his directory was considered a trajectory, it was nothing short of a full mental lapse. You can definitely zoom in on that. Got to, right? Hammer, vase, entrance hall? Is that a clue? Records? Like he's like drafting his own thing here. A man obsessed and cuckoo too. They would say as he would wander through, the best medicine is not yet evidence. If he found a new clue, he'd know what to do. Each. It doesn't say exit, it's each. Everyone's going that way, he's coming this way. And having read this book so many times, having scoured over each of its cryptic lines, have you exhausted your search? Have you seen all the signs? I've seen the signs. I've been paying attention to the signs. Major. Red. I'm zooming in. Red. Green, violet, blue. Face. Word. Oh, we need to come back with a magnifying glass, guys. Seen all the signs. Dead end. Major. Oh, look. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. That's the hint. That's the hint that we got from Mum. Oh my god. Or is there perhaps something new, something overlooked but now in view? Have you finally found it? Could it really be true? If it's a new clue, you know what to do. The suspect is a key. Is it a key or someone whose first name is A, last name Key? The suspect is minor. The suspect is major. The suspect is minor. The suspect is minor. So this is the true one because we know reds are false unless they're handwritten. And this is... So the suspect is a major minor because this is true because it's handwritten. And this is true because it's on blue. So the suspect is a major minor, which makes me think of Gemstone Cavern. It makes me think about the ore, the carts. All right, this is fantastic is what it is. Let me get pictures of all of this before we continue on. We'll even get this page here. Guys, what a revelation, what a bombshell. Let's make a brand new note, and we'll call this a new clue. We just rented out a new clue by the wonderfully talented Marion Marigold, our mummy. And here are the pages. Okay, I think there's a lot in here to digest and begin to sort of process. So there's page 1. And again, you won't be able to see me moving in the game, but I'm quickly tabbing in and getting these pictures for you. Page 2. So I wonder if the signs in order spell something out. Because I think they might do. So this one. Paste. And then again. 2 Tanner Fork. 2 Tanner Fork. I feel like, well, I'll search my notes in a second for Tanner Fork, but that doesn't ring a bell. Unless it's inferring we need to enter a forked area, somewhere where we can go left or right. Maybe, did I skip one? No, we're good. Like on the page here, it says Mary and Mary. Gates, gates. Right, right. Law, word, jaw, name. Draft the 6s. Draft is pointing at the D. X in extras. D for draft. S for S. Okay. I don't know if this is something I'm going to be able to like really tackle right now. I don't know if my brain is ready to comprehend this, to be honest. There is a lot here. And it's exciting is what it is. I get why you guys say now that finding room 46 is literally the tutorial, because it is, isn't it? Like, that sort of gets you prepared for what's to come. Like, literally, as the tutorial would, it's sort of preparing you and getting you prepared. I'm just saying prepared multiple times. It's preparing you via showing you all of the different mechanisms the game has. All right, we're nearly done. There's so much in this. God, I'm glad we got it. If we can get the bookshop again, we do have loads of money, so we can go and buy the other pages. So, let's take a look at the notes, now that we've got them all. So, signs in order. 1. Route 8. Number 2. Depart. 3. Keep left. 4. To Tanner Fork. And that points left as well. Left to Tanner Fork. Then it's turn right. Turn right. There's nothing on this one. You've got right from right. Maybe that's the sign. We're looking for directions here. So take a right. So right. Records. I don't know what the hint on this one is. As for what direction to go. The only hint I'm really seeing here is the vase and the hammer. And there are vases in the entrance hall. Is this insinuating that we can break them? I don't know if I've ever tried to do that. Records each stop. Record each stop? Does it? Hold on, wait. Let me look in the big version. Okay, it is record and not records. So, record each stop. And then on the final page, we know the suspect is minor is correct and the suspect is major. So major, minor, minor, major, which goes back to the key thing. The suspect is major and minor. Keys? So, 8. Depart, keep left, left to Tanner Fork, turn right, record each stop. Right now, I'm not confident in how to process this. I really want to come back here with... Oh, look! It's the boxes with the little grids on. I really want to come back here with a magnifying glass. So I think before we dive too deep into exploring that further, I want to get a magnifying glass and come back. We've got plenty of coins to make that happen, so I'm hopeful that we can do that. Let's go back to the dining room and have a meal. We can also eat some food in the kitchen. Let's not forget that we did take the queen buff, which does mean we can now go back to the west. Tomato soup. That might be good, actually. Yeah, we get 15 steps. Club sandwich, we'll buy that as well. And we might as well buy a banana. Okay, so if we go all the way back to the Western Hall, because we took the queen buff, every time we go to draft a room, we will lose steps, but we will gain a key. And there are ways to sort of circumvent losing the steps if we're able to build on that western flank from one door away, I'd imagine. So instead of building them directly on the flank, if we were to build them here and jut out, we can probably avoid losing more steps, is what I'm thinking. So, down into the den, up through the billiard room. Okay. Oh, blimey. Do I have a hammer? Yeah, because it looked like one of these in the picture with a hammer next to it, which makes me think maybe there's a clue in one of these that maybe has been hidden. And we do know that that is supposedly Detective Bon Margle. It's not, but he did state that it was an uncanny, not resemblance, but it was incredibly accurate, I think is his description of a new clue. Right. Veranda, dorm, storeroom. I'd love a veranda, but we'd run out of all of our gems. So annoyingly, I think I'm going to go storeroom. That's 2 keys total, 2 gems, 1 coin. And then we can go north from the aquarium. So we should lose steps. Yep, perfect. So that puts us in good stead to continue northward outside of the aquarium. But our main objective right now really is a magnifying glass while we've got the new clue. Gymnasium, annoyingly, is the best bet. I say annoyingly because I don't want to lose any more steps. Okay, nursery, commissary. We've got to go commissary. We have to. We need the magnifying glass, right? Please have it. Please have it. Yes, they do. And the sledgehammer. Sledgehammer, magnifying glass, while we're here, sleeping mask, and running shoes. Oh, get in. God, I'm so happy. Yes. Give me back. Get me back right this instant. The only other locked trunk I can think of is in the hallway. Let's take the sledgehammer back to the entrance hall and have a look at the vases. Can I smash you? Oh, you can! Oh, no way! Oh my god. We have 2 microchips. And this one's labeled with a crescent moon shape. I've got no idea where to put them. No idea. Wait, is there nothing in this one? Oh, nothing in... I did not know you could do that. I could have sworn I checked to see if you could do that before. Oh, whatever. Well, we've got our second microchip, which is amazing. I just wish I knew what to do with the damn things. I've got no idea. Looks like I might be able to be plugged in somewhere. No, nowhere. Nowhere comes to mind. I've tried security, I think. We could go back there and try again. No, let's go up to the hallway. Let's go to the locked trunk. Smash that open. And then we can go and take the magnifying glass back to the library and have a very thorough look. Oh, are we going to get the workshop today? That feels good. That feels good. Getting the ivory dye. Yeah, all right, let's go back. Let's go back. Oh, God, guys. Come on. Right. What secrets can we uncover in this book now that I have a magnifying glass at my disposal? Let us see. Yeah, through here. I began to doubt myself. I was like, am I going the right way? Here we go. Oh, I'm so excited. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So, can we see anything back here? No. That's just scribbles. It does look like a double L backwards. Like a B, L, L. N, L, N, L, L, B? I think it's just meant to be scribbles, though. I don't think you're meant to be able to read that. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Suspect list. Oh my god. Rose Ball or Barley, age 50. Richard Scott, age 12. Frond Mayford, age 32. Sandra Dillon, age 14. Bo Lee, age... I almost said 1G. 16. Charles Riscal, age 12. And Christoph Clark, age 25. So what letters do we have here? Rose, Richard, Frond, Sandra, Bo, Charles, Christoph. Rose, Richard, Frond, Barley, Scott, Mayford, Dillon, Lee, Riscal, Clark, Charles Riscal. I'm trying to see if there's like any words between the names. So Rose Barley, like, is there a word in between there in terms of like Seb, or Richard Scott, Hard Scott, yeah, stuff like that. I don't think so. Okay, let me do a timed snip. So if I go into my snipping software, 3-second delay, new snip, and then if I zoom in, there we go. We can now get that picture. And we'll go back into the notes and chuck that in on this page. There we go. Okay. Over here, we've got the dead cases. I know the notes are still up. Anything else? Can't read the book. Depart. We're departing. Okay, next page. Keep left. I've dragged my... There we go. Drag the magnifying glass off the screen. So he is the red guard because he does wear red. He's got his little glove on. Okay, next page. Tutana Fork. Take a left. Apple, banana, and orange. A, B, O? Apple, banana, orange? A, B, O? Is there relevance there? Feels weird that there would just be fruit there. If there was no relevance to it. Let's go back here and I'll write underneath, if possible. I don't know if I can. There we go. Apple, banana, bababa. Banana, orange. A, B, O? Okay, next page. So we've got the sides of the books here. Uncle Orr, Draft the Sixes, Luna Renamed, Tender Cipher. So we've got 10, Cipher. And we know from doing Ponder, red backwards. So red net cipher, 10 red cipher, Luna Renamed, Uncle Orr, Draft the Sixes. I'm pretty sure the book that we read is Draft the Stars. No, it's not. I'm being stupid. It's not Draft the Stars. Draft the Sixes. And he notes that down later, doesn't he, in the on the blackboard. Okay. Let me I'll get a zoom in on these and then we can make a note of those as well in case there's any relevance. So 3-second delay on the snip. Back to the game. Click. There we go. And we'll chuck that in. This is like as this game has progressed, I do feel like I'm maybe getting a bit quieter and a bit more thoughtful. And again, hopefully you're enjoying that. Because I feel like the game demands it, and I don't need to be screaming and shouting about everything. So, Tender Cipher, red net backwards. And cipher backwards would be rare... Nah, it's nothing. Red net, Luna Renamed. No. Uncle Orr, Draft the Sixes. Okay. And then I'll put next to them the colors. So this is red. Luna Renamed is green. Uncle Orr is purple. Draft the Sixes is blue. Okay. Next page. So extras. Shifted extras. That's got to be stars, right? Maybe? Stars? Shifted extras, the fixed stars. Oh, so we're doing it with the books, right? Draft the Sixes, shifted extras, which must be the book he was holding then. If shifted extras was the name of the book, can we see that? Because it's not here. The fixed stars. Draft the Sixes. Because this is an anagram, right, of the fixed stars. Right. So, Draft the Sixes. Anagram of the fixed stars. And I'm guessing these are anagrams of the other ones I've read as well. Uncle Orr being purple. I'm trying to think of Swimbird. I'll have to go back and look at the sheet just to refresh my memory. Right. Law is word. Jaw is name. Gates. Mary. So it's just wordplay. Doing a bit of wordplay. Right. Law, jaw. Draft the Sixes. Shifted extras. That's what's throwing me. Shifted extras. That must be the book he's reading here. Because we can't see that book name elsewhere in the image. Record. Can we look at his floor plan? No, I thought we might be able to. And then there's the sledgehammer next to the vase, which we've now tried, and that does work. We can smash that open. Each Then here's some more clues. So, dead end, major key. So the dead end is the C. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Seen all the signs. I have seen all of the signs now. And then he's got 10 characters spare. So is there 10 separate messages? I think I counted 10. Route 8, depart, keep left. Left, right, record each stop. The suspect is major and minor. Maybe there's another sign there that I should go back and have a look at. Here we can see another little hint to that. Major. And we know from the previous one back here, Jor is a name. M-A-J-O-R? Wait, hold on. So if we go back to the foyer, what was the name of the lady? Je'ariena. Makes me wonder if Jor. Jor is the name. So May Jor is the name. I don't think we know of anyone who's got Jor in their name. Let me search Jor. Herrings of the major. Suspect is major. Is this a major key? There is a major Nicholas key in the foyer. Major Nicholas key. So go back to the foyer. Sorry, we're in the foyer right now. Major Nicholas key. And we know Jor is a name, so Major Nicholas Key. The 4th. Oh my god. So go back to new clue. And I'll write next to this, there is a major key in the foyer. Nicholas. Right. Gates. Right, let's go back to the book. So what have we got here? Major. And then here, the library and the books. The way. X, Y, Z, A, B, C, which is what our mother left on that note for us. Assume page count starts on title pages. Red. Page A. So what? That's him reading the book. Is that in a new clue? So that is which? This one. Right. So hold on. Wait. Let me snip this. And then what I can do in my snipping software, I can highlight the text to match up with what's on here. So tome after tome that the library loaned. So if I get a red pen, I can... Well, it's a really thick red pen. You can't see this, and I'm sorry, I can't really put it on stream or on video easily. So the library loaned. I'm just going to copy what he's done, and then I'll put it on screen. And then next is... we're searched from the covers all the way through. Covers. All the way through. So he's unboxed the way. And then from the way, drawn a line up the edge which says X, Y, Z, A, B, C. X, Y, Z, A, B. When you see what I'm doing, I'm writing it all on the side. X, Y, Z, A, B, C. And then assume page count starts on title pages. Red, green, violet, blue. So, oh god, my handwriting is awful on a mouse. Red. Can I change the color of the pen? I can. Red. In fact, I might just do it like this. So with letters. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you can't see. R. G. And then violet. And then blue. And then page A. Word XAYX. So we're linking this up to the XYZ ABC scheme. I'm glad he did the hard work, because I would have not got this for a very, very long time. That's for sure. So, I mean, I can probably just copy paste this bit, because we can now see what everything else says. So let me put my image. Let me get rid of, there we go. So let me get my image so you can now see what I've just done. So go back to the new clue. We'll go right down to the bottom. There's what I've done. I've copied what's on the zoomed in version. And then I will do a 3-second delayed snip so we can get all of this information. Like so. And then we'll put that underneath like that. So, let me have a sip of Pepsi to sort of rejuvenate my brain. Tome after tome that the library loaned, and the books that he had, that he already owned, were searched from their covers all the way through. So the way is denoted as XYZ ABC. And he believes the covers relate to the following. So red, green, violet, blue, and they do each have different colors. So in this instance, we're currently looking at a violet covered book. And it says elsewhere on the image, let me get a picture of this too. The little scratch that he wrote here. Assume page count starts on title pages. And then paste that in underneath. So, just to humor myself here and see if I can figure this out. This is it's like a purple, violet hued book, right? A new clue. So let's say this is violet in this instance. We'd be looking for page B, word Y. Page B, word Y. But how do we come to that conclusion? How is that the way these work, according to the XYZ ABC cipher that we have? So in this instance, page B, I'm assuming, would be the second page. And it does say in the blue text, assume page count starts on title pages. So this is the title page. So if this is 1, that would be 2, which in this instance would be page B, because I'm guessing, you know, going from A to B, 1 to 2. You get what I'm trying to say. And now we need to look for word Y. So we need to count through to Y, right? So in this cipher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is so overkill. 24, 25, 26. And then next to these, we can just put A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Oh. H, I. This has all gone horribly wrong all of a sudden. I, J, K, L. It doesn't really matter, does it? We want X, Y, Z. So this is all I'm really looking for. I don't know why I'm bothering to do the rest. So there we go. Now you can see what I've been doing. We're looking for the 24th, 25th, or the 26th letter. Or, in the case of ABC, 1, 2, or 3. So, if we're looking for word Y on page B, that would be the 25th letter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that would be C, which goes back into the XYZ ABC. And earlier on in the book, if I show you this again, he highlights, I don't think we got a zoomed in picture, but there he highlights C as being an important part of it. It's the end. Oh, God. So go forwards. Here, look. Dead end, major key. Seen all the signs. I'll get another picture of this. New. All right, zoom in. Dead end major key. So copy you. Pop you in the bottom here. Like so. Any more clues? There was this map down here. The Arinda Aries Metro, or the Fen Aries Metro. Which I didn't think was in operation anymore. I thought the Metro had become that market. And that does say, I think that's major stops. Major stops, maybe, is the word there. Major stops. I'll get one more picture of that, because I'll kick myself if I don't. Oh, God almighty. What a day, huh? What a crazy turn of events once again. This game is just non-stop. It's great. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It's just, there's no stop. It's constant. And then anything on here. The suspect is a key. Ooh, that's the terminal. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, and there's the sign on the way. The sign is on the way. That must be the final sign on the way. All right, I'll go put that in. Let me do that first before I forget. So go back up. Maybe it's not the suspect as major. Each stop on the way. I think those are the 10 signs, and then this is just like an extra thing. So route 8, depart, left, right, right. Record each stop on the way. As of right now, that's a bit lost on me. A tiny bit lost on me. The suspect is a key. Now, hear me out. We know that for Hartley Ruota, his terminal password was, and I know it's kind of embarrassing now, but it's RUOTH. So I wonder if we need to put in key A. Key A. But then A would be lowercase, because it's the first and fifth characters which are supposed to be capitalized. And because key is a 3-letter last name, we wouldn't be able to get the fifth character. Unless it's wordplay and it's like earlier, Gates and Gates. What if key is spelled Q-U-A-Y? So it's Q-U-A-Y-A. Because of the wordplay we've previously ascertained. But this is definitely relating to the system network. And I know the notes are up, don't worry. I'm going to get one last picture of this. I feel as if my quest log is about to triple or quintuple in size, which I'm very happy about. Like, holy shit. The game has given me so much to chew on. A key. Or a key? Kia? Password? Okay. I think we've caught everything now. I don't think there's anything I've missed. Suspect is major. The suspect is minor. A minor major. A minor major. There's the minor. Literal minor. But we know they're not a minor. They're a minor. Okay. Quickly flick through again. There wasn't another page I missed. No. We've spent a lot of time in here. We should probably move. There is actually a game to play. God. Have I ever been able to click? Oh, we can click that. Sorry. Let's just go. Let's move. Do I want to do the silver key here? We could to tuck us up into the corner. No, I'll save that for the foundation. We'll use a normal key. Rotunda, clock tower, chamber of mirrors. We could go for the clock tower and see if we can find this blasted key that has so far evaded me. I think I did this already, didn't I? We came up here before. So the time now is 4 o'clock. Oh, God. Well, we got a gem at least. I'll take that. And then there's part of the future sigil that we will no doubt need to crack. Or, I'm going to guess, the sanctum key we would get in here. So the sanctum key we would get in here probably wants me to figure out what that is. If I were a betting man, it's probably to do with 1:30. Like being up here when they all show 1:30. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. But I don't know what would then transpire. Like, does this open? Maybe? That's the only thing I can imagine, is this opens. Because it's just a random box otherwise. We could wait until 1:30. We'll be waiting a very long time. But, yeah, okay. Maybe that's something we try and do earlier in the run. So let me go back in here, and we'll go to our quest log. Reach the clock tower before 1:30. Yeah, it's the only thing that comes to mind. Or maybe it's even related to what's down here. Maybe something down here happens at 1:30. And this points towards a door which would then open. Which is what I theorized before. But maybe I just didn't wait until the right time. But yeah, a clock tower, time, puzzle. It makes sense, doesn't it? The foundation needed a key card, which I did kind of forget about. That's frustrating. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. We'll use a normal key here. Drawing room, Great Hall, guest bedroom. We've got to go for the Great Hall. And then we'll have to do the silver key at the other end. We're getting really screwed over right now by the keys. If we can get all the way back to the western side, we can then get keys from drafting in that direction. So there's still a way out of this. There's still a way. Conference room, mechanarium, vestibule. The vestibule guarantees we can get some unlocked doors. But the conference room also takes us in those directions. So we'll go for the conference room. Okay, 2 doors that don't appear to be locked. Good. Drafting studio, classroom, hallway, closet, or we could redraw. The drafting studio would get us over to the west wing, and then we can start getting some keys again. But it does come at the cost of both of these gems. I'm gonna redraw. Code check. I'm gonna redraw again. We can rotate floor plans. Go again? Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Sure. I don't think we've been in Dovecote before, so this is going to be a new experience. Hello there. Oh, this is sweet. This is pretty cute. Got a box with a dove on. Can I open it? I can. Oh, dear mother. And this is, yeah, Mary, I was going to say, I can tell by the A. Dear mother, if you're reading this, that means Junie made it home safely. I imagine he's going to be quite tired after such a long flight, so make sure he gets some treats and rest. School is going well, though I do miss you terribly. Unfortunately, even though the dean gave me permission to keep my birds here on campus, I'm afraid it's getting a bit too cold for them as the semester marches on. So, I've made the decision to send them all home before the winter months arrive. All that to say, expect some more letters soon. Dotingly, Mary. And then, hold on. Oh shit, there's way more. So the date is the 9th of the 1st, which can't be, because if it's getting cold, I mean, it could be. Right, so, right, it is the month first. Right, gotcha. So, next, on the 28th, Dearest Mother, this should be the 5th letter you've received from me this month, though I know statistically it is very unlikely that every single member of my flock has found their way home, and please, please don't tell me if they didn't arrive. It's going to be hard enough now that I am truly on my own. In other news, my classes have been engaging and I am slowly making friends, so please ignore the dramatic despair of my previous letter. Things are indeed looking brighter, but I still maintain that 3 years is too long a time to be away from home. Signed, Mary. Herbert, thank you so much for your gifts of the wedding doves, whom I of course recognized immediately. And yes, I got the hint. So here's your letter. I know it's long overdue. The Mayhew life... Is that right? The Mayhew life suits me, I think. Not that I didn't love Mount Holly, of course, but after years of being confined in a tiny dormitory, the small place Daniel and I have picked out in Reddington feels more like a stately manor. Once we're finished unpacking and setting everything up, I'll insist on you making an exception to your reclusive lifestyle to come, share a meal, and admire our somewhat less impressive but much more personal view of the town. Thanks again for the card. Signed, Mary. We are returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. If coast is not clear, lower the SD to warn us? We are returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. Where's my magnifying glass gone? I want to try and magnify the letter there. FD? Is it an F or an S? I think it might be an F. Lower the FD. Foundation? Lower the foundation to warn us? Turning east and should arrive on Tuesday. If coast is not clear, lower the foundation to warn us. Huh. Okay, well, I was not expecting some letters from my mother in here. Right, let's get these pictures then and put them in with the rest of our mother's Curious Case of Mary Jones, Jean Ribbon, and Marion Marigold. We'll chuck them all in because there might be some hidden messages between the lines and the words and the letters that maybe, as of right now, I'm unable to pick up on. So there's that first letter. Second letter is this one. Paste you in there. Next letter is to Herbert, who sent a card. And then the final one feels like an interesting nod towards the foundation. FD, that's definitely an F, and that's definitely a D. Lower the foundation to warn us. We are returning east and should arrive on Tuesday. If coast is not clear, lower the foundation to warn us. Right, so my read is, at this moment in time, as this was sent, Mary would have been either in Nuance or Morajai? If she were in Kororika, I imagine she would say she's coming back westward, because I'm guessing it's a shorter distance. So is this Mary saying, hey, we're coming back, we should get there on Tuesday, and presumably, if you want to lower the foundation, then she's lowering the so presumably then, sorry, I'm just thinking in my head and not really verbalizing it very well. Presumably then, she's arriving underground, either through the foundation, not the foundation, sorry, the fountain, or that hole we saw under the reservoir. So maybe the hole under the reservoir leads outside to like a lake or something. Mary arriving into the estate via underground, if FD is foundation. So the idea would be that he would go and turn the elevator to make it go downstairs so they can tell, oh, the red guard is here. The coast isn't clear. And considering how hard it is to get into the basement, that would make sense. All right, cool. Well, Dovecoat, you've surprised me this day. Was not expecting lore in here, to be honest with you. And that was quite a juicy tidbit at that. And this is locked. Shit, so we've got to go back to the conference room. If this is locked, then the run is over. Wow. Wow. What an absolute shit show. That did not go well. We needed a key card, but we didn't get it. Never mind. Guys, well, thank you for watching. I've had a really good time. It's been a more chill episode, that's for sure. But I hope nonetheless you've still had a good time and you've enjoyed yourselves. I will probably record another episode later today. I've got a lot to ruminate on. Ruminate? See what I did there? Ruminate from the gallery? Anyway. Oh, while we're here, let's try the password. Key A. Log in. So, key A, Kia, doesn't work. So, because of the wordplay, let me try key A. Oh, I would have screamed. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. It does sound to me like there's probably going to be like a... Okay, I've got a theory. I reckon we need every single terminal active. So security, bunker, office, and... Is it archives has the other terminal? But my guess is we need to activate all of them, and then maybe another room can spawn. Let me make a note of that in the quest log, because if we look at, and I'll show you in just a second, so quest log, build all 4 terminals. Maybe this will spawn new room in the estate, question mark. Was it in a Hartley message? So if we find Hartley, here, passwords, 4 letters. No. I want to find the actual note. So if we go to servants' quarters, did I really not make a note of this? Oh God, I am upset with my past self. Yeah. Oh, that does suck. That really sucks. We have, unless it's in here. Unless it's in here. The letter red. I'm convinced it's in here somewhere. Bedrooms. Oh, password. No, it's gone to me now. It read something along the lines of, like there was another security room, is what it sounded like. Like there was a better place to be. So maybe we need to access all of the terminals, connect them all to the network, and then maybe having them all connected to the network triggers something. Like it'll flash up, new floor plan unlocked, maybe. No. No. I was going to say maybe we could go back in and try the security, but we don't have them, do we? Right, well, guys, we're going to end there, which it feels a little bit underwhelming, but hopefully you've had a good time. Nonetheless, I've had a really good time hanging out with you all. We might be able to see the chapel, actually, from the outside before we go. Can we see the stained glass? No. Nothing at all. There's a door here. No idea where that leads. There's a few of those, isn't there? There's that door there. Hold on. Before we go, there is that one other area down here, which is just, like, dark. Like, we can't see anything. And all I can see inside are boxes. So let me come back. So that's boarded up as well. And you can see a minecart track, right? And then on this side, we can see just these boxes that stretch on and on and on. And there's nothing for me to do down here. Oh, God. All right, never mind. Guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this more mellow, relaxing session. And we'll be back with the next episode, hopefully, tomorrow. If you're watching this when they're being released. Otherwise, just go and click next in the playlist, and it'll probably be there. But for now, I'm out of here. call it a day on day 28. And we shall convene again on the morrow. Let's see. What does it say for the house? East-facing villa. Yeah, we really, really screwed up over here, didn't we? I shouldn't have built the storeroom. I should have tried to re-roll, if possible. New room 1 from Dovecote. Hey, nice. Awesome. Well, guys, that is it. I shall see you next time. Fare thee well.